producing this time.
Yeah, we won't get.
Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another live edition of Steve's Kitchen here on the Around the Point Network. It is Monday, May 15th, 2023. We hope that you all had a wonderful Mother's Day and enjoyed it to the best of your, abilities and all that stuff.
Yeah,
What's going on?
Happy Mother's Day to mommy. I want to say that.
So there you go. All the
Yeah, she didn't read
mommies.
She didn't read my DM, man. I'm kind of pissed off.
She didn't read Romeo's either.
I just sent her a tweet. But again, to all the moms that we've lost, all the single mothers,
All the milfs.
you name it. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. All right. But what's going on? I am Steve. We got the pride of Detroit, Big Mike in the house. What's going on, Big Mike? We got Hollywood Kaden Lee live from the VIP lounge. Look at this. On a different part of Steve's kitchen. We're remodeling. Yes, we are, but you're like in the VIP. Look at the couch there. You got look at this, man. Table side. Look at you, man.
I gotta hold it. I'm like Meltzer now on the couch holding the mic. I'm Meltzer.
But more organized. There's no papers all over the floor. There's no
that's what you think. You just can't see it.
I don't think I want to see, respectfully. And of course, we're joined here by the good brother, Walter. What's going on, brother?
What's going on? I see we're actually cooking today based off the background. No high background, no weed background.
No, sometimes we're not on our smoke break right now. We all have family dinners, you know what I mean? So decide to start service, start service. You know what family dinner is, dude? So in the kitchen, basically the chef makes a dinner for the entire team before service, basically. And that's what they eat. Before service.
What, the team as in the workers?
Yeah. So the chef or the executive, he makes like a giant meal for everyone before service. Okay. Aside of what they're prepping throughout the entire day before service. Sometimes I will get tacos. Sometimes we get like sushi and shit. He's a slap.
Sushi,
but
there we go.
Yeah, man, you'd be surprised, bro. But
we could be trashing.
You'd be surprised, bro. Listen.
He's still talking about it.
Okay. Mira, us.
I feel bad because he was trying to move on, and I was like, "Oh, what about the sushi, the chicken?"
Well, kid, your privileges were once again revoked, buddy. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Oh, he kicked him out. He did something.
Walter's yours too, man.
Man. See, fair. He's playing fair.
It was Mike who started laughing.
You didn't kick Mike out.
Well, he's the sous chef. You know what? He's the sous chef today.
I'm gonna kick myself out.
Steve, you ever seen the episode of Gordon Ramsay with Amy's Baking Company?
Yes.
You're Amy.
Classic. No, yeah. I'm not Amy.
Damn, she must be that bad.
You never seen that episode, Walter?
I don't watch that.
Oh, it's a great episode.
Dude, it's one of the classics. It's one of the first episodes where Gordon walks out.
It's probably the most famous episode.
Infamous, famous, whatever you want to refer to it as. He walks out. He can't even he has his concept, but they don't want to hear it. And the whole time they're arguing. It's him and Amy, him and the husband. And they're like, you know what?
Sammy, the husband, Sammy.
I can't do this. Like he walks out, completely walks out. And then they end up going on Dr. Phil and all this other bullshit. The business is closed now.
Phil, what?
She went on Phil? What kind of food?
Like a crossover episode because they're on a certain network.
No. So they, like Amy and the husband, ended up getting on Dr. Phil because of the backlash, because of everything that transpired. They ended up going on Dr. Phil. Till this day, they're closed. The business is closed. It doesn't exist anymore.
Damn.
Every that episode, their Yelp were like 1 star. It was brutal.
at least they got on TV, that promotion, and then out of business right after.
It happens, yeah, man. You don't fuck with Gordon, bro. You don't disrespect the great Gordon Ramsay.
I sent him a picture of my food one time. I was hoping he would make fun of it, but I guess it was that good.
Was that during that time where he was going off on everyone's
yes,
food?
He was roasting everyone's food, and I put some crappy macaroni I made in college, and I thought he would say something, but nah, I guess he loved it. He was crapping on everyone's food.
Like something like that.
Nah, dude. Did you ever see? I know on the gram, like during the pandemic, he would do like these TikTok videos where he would react to people's cooking and shit. And I think it was what's this girl's name from the Iconics?
Billy Kay.
Why are we still talking about
the other one?
Well, you know, it's cooking. You know,
Casey, whatever her name is.
Cassie?
Casey,
what was her name in WWE though?
Her real name's Cassie.
Peyton Royce, yeah.
Peyton Royce.
Peyton Royce.
She did a whole video, and he just like he was with it. You know what I mean? But then just like, oh, she fucked up. I forgot what it was though. But
Cassie can do no wrong.
We got everyone in the chat kicking ass. We got WCA. What's up, everyone? Chief right here. What's up, brothers? It's been a tough year for Philly sports fans. SMH.
Good. You went to the Super Bowl. What do you mean it's been a tough year?
I won't say it's that tough.
You went to the Super Bowl.
I mean, the Sixers, yeah, that kind of sucks. That does suck.
No, the Sixers should have saw this coming. You got two of the biggest choke artists on the same team.
Yeah,
and a coach that cannot win big games.
I don't think Embiid is as good as people think he is. I'm sorry. I don't think
he's a great player, but when it comes down to the big moments,
game sevens, forget about it.
That's what makes or breaks a great player. You can be a good player, and he's a good player. I don't think he is a great player.
No, he'll be a Hall of Famer, because you got those types of players like Barkley and
Celtics and 6, Lakers
those type of players.
You heard it here
Celtics
first.
And 6, Lakers and 6.
You heard it here first, yeah.
I got Lakers and 5, and then and then I'll take. I got Heat in 6.
Wow. Yeah.
Did she put
basically we're in the bubble right now?
Like
this is bubble outside
this is the bubble.
This is tough. Any of these teams can make the finals. I think all of them have.
Isn't this the same like matchups from the bubble?
Yeah.
Yes, this is bubble basketball we're looking at.
This is rigged. That's what I'm telling you. NBA is fucking rigged.
But now in front of a live audience, it's like nothing never happened.
No, it's basically a studio audience because this shit's rigged.
It's rigged. How could they have the bubble twice?
The NBA in front of a live studio audience at Nickelodeon Studios and Universal Studios Florida.
Bullshit.
Yeah, we lost the Super and
the World. Well, yeah, that is brutal to lose in the big games like that. That is tough.
Hey, I'm an Astros fan, so I don't give a shit.
At least y'all made it to the dang playoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
Teams,
yeah, like
I think
I'm happy. I'm happy that the Panthers made it past the second round. I don't care what happens now.
At least it's safe to say none of y'all have a player in your teams that are gonna pull a gun on an Instagram live stream twice and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we don't got thugs on our teams.
No thugs.
No thugs.
You don't want to be thugs.
And we're in Detroit. That's pretty hard. That's pretty hard. No thugs on my teams. We got the gambling degenerates, but no thugs.
Yeah. So let's be honest. This week in wrestling, there really is nothing on the news up until probably this coming Wednesday when the upfront comes out for AEW and all that stuff. We'll talk about that on Friday when they do drop and all that stuff.
And that's also going to be talked about on this week's episode of All Honor.
Yes. Which by the way, Kaden, once again, I know I've been saying this about the last 4 days now and shit. Congrats on the first episode.
Thank you.
Very, very well done. You and Raj Giri. In case you guys have not listened to that yet, it's in our Apple and Spotify feed. Links to both are in the description box of this stream right now. So go give it a listen, give it the 5-star rating and all that stuff. So we decided this week something a little different, a little fun here. All thanks to Chase. I give him no credit where credit's due here. Chase literally came up with this. I'm like, let's run with it. So we're gonna do, being that both Double or Nothing and Night of Champions are literally around the corner. We decided this week to give you guys our top 5 AEW Double or Nothing matches. And also, I guess, book Night of Champions.
Yeah.
So
Also drop a
do
little
that.
bit of booking in there for Double or Nothing if we want to as well.
yeah, no, because let's be real here. I'm happy.
It's only 2 matches announced.
Yes, and it's literally 2 weeks from now.
There's 2 matches, but we know a lot of other ones that we're getting. Like AEW always does this thing where they basically like tell you what's going to be on the card, but they don't like explicitly announce the match until a few days before.
I know. I saw Wrestle Tix today, and it's like, yo, there's still tickets to be sold.
They still got
Like,
2,000 to just get to 9,000, and last year they
like
sold
last year, if I'm not mistaken, I think I read somewhere that said they were like at 14,000 people.
They
in
were
the
at
building.
14. It was $1 million gate. I
And
think they're at
now
about
this-
500,000.
Well,
right
that was after the pandemic, right?
now. Mhm.
Is that an after pandemic show?
It was
Yeah, like-
it was the return to Vegas, and then
Oh,
they also
yeah.
hadn't like they were gonna run LA, but by that point that they hadn't run the West Coast still. So that was their first West Coast show since 2019 in 3 years. So this year they ran a lot of that. They ran LA, they ran Sacramento, they're running San Diego a few days later. They ran San Francisco, they ran Fresno. Like they did a pay-per-view in San Francisco. So this is back-to-back West Coast pay-per-views, and they are not going to draw that audience. And maybe shouldn't do that. I said that when they announced Revolution. I was like, maybe this is not going to bode well for Double or Nothing. And it has not.
I mean, listen, I'm happy that they're doing this big stadium show. I know their ideal is 74,000, right?
Supposedly.
So again, that can change if more tickets are sold, and they can probably give more spaces for people to come in.
Mhm.
But from what I'm hearing, listen, I'm happy for them. I'm really, they're going to attempt to break the record from SummerSlam 92. Which I think was 80 something thousand, something like that. I could be wrong on that.
It's 84,
But I'm happy for,
I believe.
yeah, but again, I'm happy for them. Even though, but that's old Wembley, still Wembley Stadium. I don't give a fuck. It's still Wembley Stadium. I'm happy for them on that end. On the other side of the coin, Double or Nothing. And yes, like you just said, Caden, they are known for doing these matches or booking these matches at the last minute. But even if that, like, oh man, listen, and I know Walter may feel this way. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to the weekend once we're out there. I'm looking forward for the turn up more than, oh shit, we're going to this wrestling show at T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, there hasn't been much build up to this, so I mean, there's not much to get excited for. I mean, that 4 pillars, nice, but clearly a lot of people don't care as much. But yeah, you're right. It's just the experience, It's Vegas.
Hey, hold on, we might upgrade.
That's really what it is.
We might upgrade, yo.
Yeah, can we upgrade seats?
We might.
Yeah,
we might
can
gotta
buy
talk
new
to Tony.
ones. Steve, do you mind if you guys indulge me for a second?
All right, Damien Sando, indulge me for okay.
I want to run through the last few main events of pay-per-views. I could actually probably run through every single one. Revolution.
All right,
Iron Man match. Bryan Danielson, MJF.
Classic.
classic.
Full gear.
The best
MJF,
Iron Man
Jon
match of all
Moxley.
time. I
MJF,
was
Jon
there.
Moxley, the coronation of MJF.
I was there for that. Classic.
All out. CM Punk, Jon Moxley, the return of CM. It was the rematch, big angle in Chicago.
Yeah.
Forbidden
Yes.
Door. Jon Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Double or Nothing 2022. CM Punk versus Hangman Adam Page. CM Punk's first title match ever.
Mm-hmm.
Revolution. Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole. The Battle of the Atoms. Full Gear 2021. Hangman Page versus Kenny Omega. Finally getting that match for the title. All Out 2021. Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega. Mainly built off of Bryan Danielson's debut.
And Adam Cole debut.
Adam Cole, but Bryan Danielson was the one we knew. Adam Cole we also got. Double or Nothing 2021. Stadium Stampede co-main evented with the Kenny Omega versus Pac versus Orange Cassidy. Full Gear 2020. Revolution. Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley. A lights out or the barbed wire exploding match. And that's 2 years. I can go all the way through and not have to look at anything. But I'll stop there. This is the worst ever built-up double main event match. The only one that rivals it is Full Gear 2020, Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. But everybody fucking loved Eddie Kingston at that point. And everyone was excited about that shit because it was going to be an I Quit and they beat the living shit out of each other. That was awesome. I was there.
Wasn't there like a
This
barbed wire
match-
spot too? Wasn't there like a barbed wire spot during that match? And wasn't that the
Yeah,
match
that was
where
the ending. Was that Moxley put he put him in the bulldog with the barbed wire. It was an amazing finish.
wasn't that the
Remarkable
match
finish.
also? Wasn't that the match
That's one of
also
the best
where
pay-per-view finishes I've ever seen. It was
wasn't that
awesome.
also the wasn't that the match also where Kingston paid homage to Mitsuharu Misawa?
Yes, he did with his gear. Yeah, the Misawa,
Yes.
the Misawa gear.
Rest in peace.
And even if you go back through every other main event that I could run through, every main event in AEW history hits either like you are excited to see this match, or and while it might not have the best build-up, like Moxley and MJF, I didn't like the build, but it was the coronation of MJF. That was such a big moment. And if you don't have the big moment, you have to do the good story. You have to give some reason why people are going to like this. Christian Cage and Kenny Omega, not the big match, but it was built around Bryan Danielson. This does not have that. This is the main event. They have never not main event. The only time they've ever not main evented with a world title match was Stadium Stampedes, which are cinematic matches.
Mhm.
So those are not technical. Like the actual in-ring main event is always the title match. This is the main event. The 4-way will be our main event. And this story fucking stinks. And nobody cares about 3 out of the 4 of these guys right now. Jungle Boy, maybe Darby, but I think Darby's been killed in this. And no one gives a shit about Sammy Guevara. And the internet just tore apart Jungle Boy because they want Roosh to beat him on Wednesday. Like nobody wants Jungle Boy to win that match. Everybody wants Roosh in this instead. So
Now-
why are you doing this shit, Tony? It's so bad. It's awful.
Now, AEW, if you're watching, listen to the opinions and views of Caden Lee do not reflect.
No,
on
it
this.
reflects all 4 of us. Let's be real here. We all 4 have been agreeing on
There
this.
goes our media credential, Walty. There goes our media rights. There,
I don't
there
care.
goes.
Like,
Hey, we
I'm
still
gonna
got
be
the
honest about
GCW
this. I'm
media
not going to
credential.
hide my feelings because I want a media credential.
At least
We
hey,
all
Walty,
4.
There goes our
Walter,
we just
Steve, Mike. We've all 4 been in agreement. We're the better 4. I'd rather see us 4 in a 4-pillar match. That'd be more
I don't think
entertaining.
you want. Whoa.
Whoa.
I will be there.
Oh,
I feel like our fans would rather see that at this point. Like this, it's
But
gonna
honestly-
be a good match.
I'm not gonna be here.
They're all 4 incredible in the ring, but the story has been awful. And I was excited about this going in. I know Romeo, he had predicted it. He was excited going in. I don't think I've asked him how he felt about it. The story. I don't know why we're putting Tony up.
he's
But
upset. Look at him. He's
I've
upset
not.
at us.
I think this story has been
That's our
like
investor,
complete
man.
dud.
One of the investors. One of our investors, man.
When they started the story 2 months ago, I said they were starting it way too early. And that's what happened. They began this story too early. They should have done a bridge feud for Max before you got into this, and they didn't. And I think because they had 2.5 months of story to tell, they burnt themselves and they didn't know what to do. If you're going to do this at the pay-per-view, fine, but this should have started 2 weeks. Like when they started doing the tournament, that's when the feud should have begun. And then you go from there. But I mean, it's a matter of Jungle Boy wasn't built, Sammy wasn't built, Darby wasn't built. Darby wasn't on TV going into this. He had been off TV since he lost the title.
What was my problem before this even happened? What did I kept saying? And you just said it. None of these guys are built. Like you gotta put them there. You gotta put them there. It's like out of all of them, Sammy is to the dirt. It's gonna take some time to get him up there.
I'll say this. I'll say what I would have loved to have seen. You know, because I feel like you just because there were 4 pillars. Oh, let's just put the 4 pillars match because people will fucking eat it up. Oh, it's 4 pillars. What if each one leading up to Double or Nothing gone through a series of matches where it's like, okay, now I can believe that. Hey, they could be worthy of being in a spot like a Double or Nothing.
So they should.
That's all we ask. That's all we ask.
All we asked for.
But instead, you put a dead
win.
Sammy out there. You put a low Jungle Boy out there. You put all these guys out there to go up against MJF, who, in his video package, if you look at everything he said that he's been a part of, it can't be touched. Just can't be, because he's up there.
Nah. Now, Dennis, Dynasty 215 writes here. It's why you can't book over a year plus 2023. Or here,
I don't know what that means.
What if it's not? What if it's not the main event?
It is.
What the fuck? It is, and if it ain't, it's a waste of time. You wasted people's time. You might as well go back on the strip. You might as well go back on the strip.
BCC versus the Elite.
It's the main. It's the main event. I'm sorry. It is the main event. They should.
You might as well go back on the strip and gamble.
I said, like, when they announced this, I said, this is a really good TV main event on a special. And while I like that it's getting the main event because I think it's a good match, you did not tell an intriguing enough story with any of these guys to make it feel like it's worth a pay-per-view. That is my issue. Is I like the match. I like everybody in it as a wrestler. I even like Sammy as a wrestler. I think in the ring, he's very good. But you just did not tell a compelling story to get us there, and it doesn't feel like main event worthy. And like I've said, and I calculated the numbers, we have factual proof that since Max became champion, ratings have declined by an average of 36,000 viewers. And that was, I think, 2 weeks ago is when I did it. But they are further down than they've ever been because of, I'm not saying it's directly because of Max, but that's the biggest thing that I've seen that's different from now versus any other period in time is Maxwell Jacob Friedman as your champion.
What does he even do? What does MJF do? Nothing.
But if you
draw
look at his booking, he just puts his opponents through series of matches, and
it's the same formula.
Right. It's like, what did they do before this? They did Brian had to go through a series of matches to get to him to have the Iron Man match. This one they have to do
well, same thing. Yeah, this one the number one contenders are going through their series of matches.
Yeah, and it's not only that
same
either.
shit.
I think that AEW telegraphed what they're doing with the main event feud, like the main event right now, where Max is going to hold this through the end of the year because of the bidding war of 2024, which I never liked. I said this months ago. I said I hate this fucking story, and they're still doing it. And we all like. There's no. Do any of us believe? Do we have even a sliver percentage that Max loses this match? Because I don't.
Not with this booking, no. And if he does, you will see a rant like no before if he does.
None of them, they haven't built anybody.
Listen. Should he lose? Should he?
One second, Steve. There's no doubt in our minds for Maxwell Jacob Friedman that he is losing this title. And AEW has conditioned us to this with their champions, where when somebody's going to lose a championship, we usually have an idea. The best time that they ever did it was with Punk, when Moxley squashed Punk in 4 minutes. None of us saw that coming. You should, they need at least, you could have at least, Bryan Danielson should have fucking beat MJF. That's all I'm going to say. Should have fucking won. He should have won that match.
In an Iron Man match?
Yeah, he should have won. He should have won.
Listen, I'm going to say this right now. Okay, I'm going to say this right now.
I said he should have won. He should have won.
Mike just said moments ago, should MJF lose in this fatal four-way, there could be the mother of all rants from Big Mike. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming.
Yeah, right?
However, Walter, I think I speak for myself. You and Chase, we're getting drunk as fuck. I know we fly home the next day, but we're getting drunk as fuck. Have he loses that fucking world title, bro? I'm gonna have to.
Who's he gonna lose to?
The only one who could win is Darby. I think Darby could win.
What if they give it to Sammy, dude? You
can't give it to
Sammy. Oh my god!
If you give it to Sammy, they throwing stuff in the ring.
You know why I say that? Because let's be real about it, yo.
You give it to Sammy, you lose your audience.
Hear me out, right? Can we all agree here?
That's finger poke of doom bad.
But can we agree though that of all the four pillars, Tony Khan has a soft spot for Sammy, a very soft spot in his heart for Sammy.
I know you're taking this from Jimmy Macron.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't agree with that. I genuinely don't agree with that. I don't think he does.
I mean, if you look at All Access, it looks like that.
He went to.
I don't think that was his decision. I think
he
that was
in
a
the
Warner
fucking
decision.
dance
I think
thing,
Warner
right?
likes him.
Nah, bro.
I think Warner loves Sammy.
Think
Tony
about
does
this,
not
right?
have control over All Access.
Think
That's
about
a
this,
Warner
right?
thing.
Think about this, right? When the whole thing when Andrade happened, you don't. Again, Andrade, the one that gets suspended.
Andrade's the one who fucking punched him after he said he wouldn't.
But even if
objectively, Steve, objectively look at what happened. They had a meeting the night before. They said you will not go out, you will not physically harm Sammy Guevara tomorrow. Andrade says, "See, we'll not do it." What happens the next day? He gets the dynamite. He punches the guy.
Yeah, but there's something that
he did it to get fired. Andrade wanted to get fired.
He said C. Did he say just yes in English?
Sure? Oh, he said C. He said C.
No, but you also got to factor this in too, though. Yes, Andrade did that, but also what led to that happening, though. Sammy also instigated some shit, though.
What led to that happening was Andrade calling him a bitch in an interview. Let's be real. What led to that? Andrade called him a pussy in an interview.
And also factor in that almost said Cody. I don't know why.
Sammy should have shut the fuck up. But
yeah,
Saraya's done the same thing. Everybody's done that on AEW. Punk's done it. Dax has done it. Nobody Sammy did nothing, in my opinion, that warranted a suspension. Besides being a little, it was a little bit of a prick, but he didn't physically harm anybody.
Dude, I just get that feeling, man. Tony has a soft spot for Sammy. Tony has a soft spot for Sammy Guevara.
Sammy ain't winning.
I hope not. Again, great wrestler. Don't get me wrong, but just that out of the ring, you watch his vlogs, you watch All Access, like, bruh. I get it.
The vlogs.
I get it, bro. You came from nothing, right? Whataburger, Subway. Guess what, bro? The people that are born in the third world country who came from nothing. Who had
wait. So now you're upset about his story? That's not my issue with Sammy.
Every single time it's the same shit, bro. There's people who had it far worse than you.
Yeah, it's annoying, but that's just how wrestling is. I can't get on him for that. That's
there's boxers and MMA fighters. There's athletes who came from nothing, bro.
Yeah, but that's not the thing we should be poking at.
He's just not credible.
Poke at somebody's life for saying that other people had it harder. It's not like he didn't also have a.
He looks like the kind of guy that he looks like
he just wanted to roast him.
He'd be the bully. He'd be the bully in the suburbs, yo. He's the bully in the suburbs.
Oh my God.
I don't agree with that. There's other things about yo.
You take him to the hood, bro. He ain't doing that
character now. I'm not gonna go at him personally. I just think the story's shit. I'm gonna go after the guy.
He's a bully in the suburbs, yo.
Being a dick now, Steve.
What did Sammy Guevara do to you?
Have him chilling in the mall, eating the Cinnabon, just
did Sammy Guevara get you fired from did he cheat? Did he have an affair with your girlfriend
green juice,
or something?
Drinking his green juice,
Did Sammy steal your weed?
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. He knows.
All right. Should we go through the double or nothing match? Go through.
Yes.
Do you want to go through our top 5 overall, or do we want to do? Do we want to book the card first?
No, but I feel like
I only got 3. I ain't got 5. I got 3.
Again, listen. Now, mind you,
I got 5.
I'll just say this. I'll say this right now. My number 1, I think for all of us here, is Cody versus Dustin.
We're all Cody and Dustin.
Cody and Dustin. That's our number 1.
Yeah.
Again, this is not any order. This is not any order here.
Except for Cody and Dustin.
That's
I'll go in order. I'll go in order with mine because I have an order. But I want to quickly. I do want to point out, just so we all are refreshed of some of these great double or nothing matches, even if they're not going to make it on the list. There are some really good matches in here, and I wanted to highlight everybody because a lot of these, especially the first year or two, they get forgotten about how good they are. So to go through, these are some of the best of all time. You have the first double or nothing, SCU and the Strong Hearts. The Best Friends and Helko and Jack Evans, Hikaru Shida, Riho, and Ryu Mizunami against Aja Kong, Emi Sakura, and Yuka Sakazaki. Obviously, Cody Dustin. The Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers, Jericho and Omega in that first ever main event. And then in 2020, we had MJF Jungle Boy, Shida versus Nyla Rose in a no DQ match, Jon Moxley against the late Mr. Brody Lee, and then the first ever Stadium Stampede. 2021, the first ever show back with a full capacity audience at Daly's Place. Adam Page and Brian Cage, Young Bucks and Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. There was Darby Allin and Sting. Sting's return match against the Men of the Year, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Kenny Omega, Orange Cassidy, and Pac. The second ever Stadium Stampede. Not as good as the first, but still a good matchup. And then last year's Double or Nothing. House of Black, Death Triangle had a great trios match. Kyle O'Reilly and Darby Allin had a pretty decent match in the middle of the card there. Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb. The Jericho Appreciation Society and the Blackpool Combat Club, Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, and Santana in the Anarchy in the Arena. The AEW, there is Jurassic Express, Swerve in Our Glory, and Team Taz, and then Punk and Adam Page. So those are just, I wanted to remind people about some of the best ones because I know that Walter, Mike, and Steve, I know that they didn't. There were a few that they were like, "Oh, I forgot what happened on some of these."
Top 5 kid and turned it to top 50.
This started because Walter forgot the matches. Like, you know what? I'll just like refresh people when we start about matches.
And I appreciate that. I really do. I really do appreciate that, Caden. So for me, and again, for me, this is not like an order here. I'm just, again, with the exception of number 1. I'm going to go, believe it or not, with Kenny Omega versus Orange Cassidy versus Pac from 2021, triple threat for the AEW world title. At the time, you got to think about this as well, right? Orange Cassidy was over as shit. And there was that thought that, he still is, but at that point though, oh my God, everyone were just on him, like, oh my God, right? At that time, everyone say there were some folk that were saying, oh, put the belt on him, yo, put the belt on him. You have to put the belt on him, right? And Pac, at the time, just came back to AEW. I remember because of the travel restrictions at that time, because of the pandemic, and how good he was as well.
I got it.
Okay, he's coming in. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember this match as being just crazy at the time. This was pre Omega being the belt collector, or at the time was he already the Impact World Champ at this time? He was, right?
It was just ending, right? I think it was just ending at this time.
He had every belt. He had the 4 belts. That was the iconic 4-belt entrance.
He had the Impact World title. He had the Mega Championship, the AEW World title. And I'm missing what other belt did he have?
It was
AAA,
he also had the TNA belt.
Yeah, he did, right? The old TNA
he carried
belt,
the
right?
TNA belt.
Yeah, he had the old TNA belt. He had the Impact World title. He had the Mega Champion from AAA, and of course the AEW World title. But yeah, Kenny Omega pulled it off and retained the title. The Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros, Double or Nothing 2019. I thought it was another banger for what they were able to do. And again, up until this point, they've had matches before, right? I think the last time they wrestled each other was in PWG. Up until that point,
they were feuding at the time.
Yeah, so they were feuding for the AAA tag team titles. I think prior to this, they had a match in Mexico and all that stuff. And this was what?
It's crazy because me and you are on the same page with a lot of this.
That's crazy, bro.
This is legit crazy.
And factor in, this was the setup to Escalera de la Muerte that would lead up to All Out, right? For me, number 3, I will put, believe it or not, the first Stadium Stampede. Because the concept that it was, because the concept of it during the time that we were in a pandemic, right?
Yeah. It's like, how would they even pull this off?
How would they pull it off? Yeah, how would it look like? How would they pull this off? They wrestled in the Jaguar Stadium, right?
TIAA Bank Field Stadium.
Yes, they wrestled there.
The most magical place on earth.
No, it's Long Island, bro. It's Long Island.
Jacksonville, Florida, the most magical place on earth.
And I remember the spot where we saw all the many faces of Matt Hardy in one sequence in the match. Jericho argued with Aubrey Edwards over a football play and shit via wrestling match.
I need to rewatch this today.
And joining us here as well, the one, the only Chase Oliver. Chase, what's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just enjoying a rare time where I could work from home. So
There you go, man. Like you just woke up, brother.
I took a nap for sure. Lunch break.
Like you just woke up from the nap, man. Okay.
Lunch break. Yeah, I forgot the kitchen was on today. So
It's okay, man. You just grab yourself a menu, sit down, and enjoy yourself, man. But
I've been traveling all day. It's been rough. Ugh.
It's okay, brother. It's okay.
I get you.
Especially in the heat. You're outside. You have to talk to contractors, tell them what works on the grid, and all that. That's so stupid,
brother. That was me on Saturday, bro. That was me on Saturday.
Are you talking contractors? You're trying to tell them how this shit can't work? Yeah, shut up.
Sorry.
How hot is it outside?
Man, it's like depends on where you go. Sometimes it's like 92 to like 80 degrees and stuff. It's just too inconsistent.
For me, the number 2, CM Punk versus Hangman Adam Page, Double or Nothing 2022. It was the comeback, right? Punk was back. Could he finally win the world title, right? One more time and shit. And it happened. And then obviously number one, Cody versus Dustin, Double or Nothing 2019.
Yeah. Mike,
Big
you want to
Mike?
give yours?
Yeah, like I said, me and Steve are pretty much on the same page, but I'll just give 3. My number 3 will be the Stadium Stampede. Like Steve iterated, it was
fantastic. Of
Big
course.
Mike, bro. Nah, give him like 10. Give him
Yeah, it'll come back. It'll come back in a second.
Five Mississippis. He'll be back. But in the meantime, read some comments here. Frantic World writes here: "Fight Forever achievements are online to look and added, and it looks like you can create a custom wrestler and a custom arena. That's awesome.
I think it's coming out in the next 2 or 3 months.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. All right, so Big Mike.
Yeah. So Stadium Stampede. Like Steve iterated, we didn't know what this match was going to look like, and how are they going to pull it off? Is in a pandemic. All of the different faces of Hardy. Just the whole thing. It was entertaining. The triple threat, Kenny Omega, Pac, and Orange Cassidy. Great, yes.
I want to quickly, Mike, I don't want to cut you off, but I think
no, it's fine. Go ahead.
I think we have a release date for Fight Forever.
Really? I want to hear this.
So a reporter from Insider Gaming is saying, I've been told by a couple sources that the 2 weeks surrounding Forbidden Door is a likely launch window for Fight Forever. One date mentioned is June 29th, but not confident on a Thursday launch. I've reached out to THQ Nordic for comment. So about a month.
Not bad.
We need an official an official trailer. We get the teasers and a little bit of gameplay, but we need an official trailer.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to like cut you off. But I was like, that's breaking news.
Yeah, and then also my number 1, obviously, is Cody and Dustin. From just so good, like from the blood to the promo at the end. Like, I like messing with it. Like, you're my brother.
I'm my older brother.
Wasn't that clip played like after for memes and shit? It was, right?
Yeah, they did. The Young Bucks did the meme because they were gonna have that match against Cody and Dustin at Fight for the Fallen. And so like Nick put ketchup all over his face and he goes, I need my older brother.
It's just so good. It was a sentimental moment, but just the aftermath was fun, and I just enjoyed it. So those are my 3.
Chase,
Katie, what about you?
Oh, I didn't know if Chase was gonna give any.
I can give you my 5. Number 5, trios match, Death Triangle versus House of Black, last year's Double or Nothing. That was really good. Especially there live, it was fun. Number 4, Punk versus Hangman, Double or Nothing. This one's more of a live bias. It's kind of cool seeing Phil come back, even though I was rooting for Hangman. Seeing Phil come back, win the title, it was like very emotional. So that would be my number 4. Number 3, triple threat for the AEW World Title, Kenny Omega, Pac, and Orange Cassidy. That was really good. Number 2, Stadium Stampede 1. That was really fun. One of the more rewatchable AEW matches. And then obviously number 1, Cody versus Dustin.
Good list. I have some similarities. Mine actually has one match that nobody mentioned yet. I don't think Steve mentioned it. My number 5 house. No, my number 5 is House of Black versus Death Triangle, as Chase said. Great trios match. That was my my favorite in-ring match on that show. Number 4, Kenny Omega versus Pac versus Orange Cassidy. That was definitely some person like being there in person bias a little bit, but I love that match. I really liked the finish where they I thought Orange Cassidy had won it for a second. That they bit me really good there, and the belt collector entrance is fantastic. Number 3, Anarchy in the Arena. I debated between this and Stadium Stampede, but I prefer Anarchy in the Arena just a tiny little bit. Number 2 is the Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers at the first Double or Nothing. That was a awesome match. My first time seeing both teams ever wrestle a match. Like I had seen Bucks clips, but I had never seen anything from the Lucha Bros. And that made me instant fans of the Lucha Brothers. And then, as we mentioned, number 1 was Cody and Dustin.
Amazing. Well, I'll try to step out for a bit, but I'm sure once he gets back on, he'll name his top 5. Romeo Reigns here.
I wasn't giving I was just going.
No, he was on. That was honorable mentions.
Yeah, that was like listing like these are some of the best matches that have ever happened to highlight.
That was his top
like I said,
honorable mentions.
It was mainly because Walter forgot the matches. Walter goes, I don't even remember what happened at any Double or Nothing. I'm like, all right, Walter, do you want me to read them now or I'll read them on there? And he's like, just read the best matches.
It would have been crazy.
Imagine.
50. We were like, all right, guys, stream over.
Double or Nothing
matches ever?
You would have to like include like what Private Party and the Dart and like the opener, whatever, 0 hour buy-ins or something like that.
Yeah.
Actually, the first battle royale is actually not a bad battle royale. MJF and Hangman were the final 2.
Yes.
Sammy Guevara and Kip Sabian had the first ever singles match. It's actually a pretty decent match on the.
Didn't MJF and Jungle Boy also happen at Double or Nothing?
That was Double or Nothing 2020. That was my number 7.
And then I know it's a squash match, but being there live, it was fun. Wardlow and MJF was really fun, especially with like we didn't know if MJF was going to show up or not. Like there was like so much concern, and then when his music hit, oh my god, it's gonna be hilarious. Like I'm gonna be like, bro, I was in this building when everyone was booing this motherfucker, and then Wardlow was like white hot. Like that was a fun match and stuff. And then also Anarchy in the Arena was fun. That's a fun match. It was probably my favorite match when I was there live watching it. Pulled up when I rewatched it, and then I think Kyle O'Reilly and Darby Allin had a pretty like sleeper underrated match, but it didn't need to be on the pay-per-view. We all know why he booked it there, was because he was worried about Game 7 of the Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics. And so
now, Chase.
Oh, Steve, I'm so nervous, man. What if another Game 7 happens? We're gonna be screwed. We're gonna be waiting there for 5 hours just for the main event.
That was exactly. I remember that's what it was. I forgot. I was like, why was this on the card? It was like it was a little short, and that was I think what like brought it down. But that was
after literally he planned everything around Game 7 of the NBA Finals because he wanted to make sure Punk and Hangman there's no NBA Finals going on. So like he had a bunch. Some matches went longer.
It's a pay-per-view. Why do you like? It's so stupid.
Apparently it worked out. He defends this to this day. Like if you bring that up, Tony Khan will be like, well, like the last Double. He will not let that go. He'll defend to the day his decision of like booking around the Game 7 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. So Miami, and I think the way the schedule goes, it's even worse. Okay, Lakers and Nuggets, please don't go to Game 7, please. Because you motherfuckers are the ones that's going to be on Game 7 because you're the ESPN game, so you're going to get the Sundays. So please do not go to Game 7. I cannot.
It's 8:30. So LA time or Vegas time it'd be 5:30. Is the Nuggets
Pacific Standard? Yeah, so it'd be Nuggets Lakers if it was Game 7. So yeah, no. Y'all need to wrap this up. Y'all need to wrap this up Game 6 because I will not be sitting. Because this is why, and a lot of people are wondering about the bill for Double or Nothing, and I know this is a little off topic with the conversation, but the ticket sales and stuff. look, one of the reasons why the ticket sales are hurting is also really because of the build, because of the fact that, he's waiting to see what happens with these NBA games. This is what he did last year. He's waiting. He's waiting to see, all right, do I have enough, can I allot more time on this stupid show? Because that's the one thing about running a West Coast show. You can definitely get away with allotting more time on these West Coast shows because you're wrestling earlier. You're wrestling at 5:30 compared to 8:30. You're not telling your talents, oh, you got to stay in the building till 1 o'clock. No, you can tell the talents, oh, yeah, by 10 o'clock. So yeah, that's why he's waiting. He's waiting to see how these playoff series are going to go, because if Lakers and Nuggets, and trust me, that will be a huge. That will be hard for him to I have to plan around the whole event of that, especially if it ends up being a close game. So
all I'm saying is, if there's a game 7 on Sunday, Tony Khan's going to be live.
Damn it, God! That's what he's going to be saying the whole time. Yeah.
Now, Chase, when you're again, tell me the matches that you were there for, right? That you were talking to us. How many drinks were you in? How many drinks in were you for these matches already?
Bro, because I pre-drank before the pay-per-view too, so I was like, Death Triangle versus House of Black. I was pretty blitzed, and I was pretty good. I was chilling, to be honest. Punk versus Heyman, and plus I was on the high of just talking to the Hart family the whole time, Martha Hart's family the whole time. So I was just kind of just talking to them. But the Punk versus Heyman match, that was when I was focused. I think I spilled 2 drinks during that time, but but I can hold my liquor. I'm not I pace myself. I don't go to be blacked out drunk. I pace myself. So before the event, I probably had 2 or 3 shots, and then afterwards I didn't drink again until the second match of the card. Oh yeah, after Hardys and Bucks, I was just man, I'm gonna get another drink. And then it was I think Jade and Ember Moon or Athena, whatever the fuck she's called now. No, she debuted that show. Who she wrestled? She Anna JAS. Her.
Yeah, it was Jade and Anna, because Jade and Anna had that really good match on
Can't wait for that one. Can't wait for Papa 12. I can't wait. That's Saturday, right?
Oh yeah, yes. We're having the most wrestling drinks there. It's gonna be proper number 12, Terramana, and I'm gonna try to get some Stone Cold beer, Stone Cold Lager.
You guys are fucked. Yeah, those IPAs are heavy.
Aguardiente on night 1. Aguardiente on night 1.
Yeah, and then we're also gonna have some Henny. So.
Yes. Tony Khan fears Adam Silver Slipper. LOL.
Adam Slipper. Oh my god.
Yeah, man. Chris writes here. Both series are going 7 games.
Yeah, you know what's scary?
I could see it. I just don't think they both. I think one goes 6.
Yeah, because the Lakers are undefeated at home, so that's the scary part, is that they're undefeated at home. So that's and the Nuggets have been doing good at home too. So it's 4-3. It's one of those things that you have to look at in that situation. And the Heat, I'm done predicting the Heat. I don't know what this team is on. They're on some super steroids or something.
Oh, the Heat are so.
It's Eric Spoelstra, man. It's Eric Spoelstra, man.
The former video coach turned videographer turned coach.
Yeah,
I could see. I mean, SP3's been saying he's got Lakers in 6. I agree. I have Lakers in 6.
No, I've had Lakers in 6 this last 3 series. It's the formula. When one of the games on the road, just have it where the Nuggets try to rally back in crypto. Good luck with that. With how loud that place is, and then concede game 5. Figure out game 5. Can we win this? Nah, let's just concede it. But yeah, no, that's when we'll know for sure. Because Kaden, one's game 5 of this stupid series. It's May 20. It's the Thursday, right? Or the Monday or whatever.
I can look.
Yeah, because you just looked at the schedule. That's what I'm asking, because that's when we'll know the card. Because then Tony Khan will be more confident.
So
I think we're gonna get
one is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Game 1's tomorrow, 16th. Then Celtics game 1 is 17th.
Game 4 is Monday. Game 5 is Wednesday.
Yeah, so Wednesday we'll figure out the card. Because once Tony Khan figures out what game, because game 6 will be Friday and then game 7 will be Sunday.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna
What
get
day? What day is Double or Nothing?
Sunday.
May 29th, Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, it's the 29th.
Yeah, and then
28th, I think. In the 28th?
28th. Yeah, 28th.
Ooh,
28th. Yeah, 28th. Yeah, it's the 28th. Sunday the
I think-
28th.
I think this Wednesday, I think we get the official for Adam Cole versus Jericho. I think that's
hope.
the
Yeah,
thing we get.
Because that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna wait until see where these series go because I was like, man, who's the ESPN series? And then I remember it's the Lakers this year, and ESPN always gets the last Sunday for Game 7. So I was like, fuck, dude, these
that's what we're gonna get.
motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we already know. Like, we're
He's
getting.
gonna see me during Double or Nothing. I'm gonna have my phone on ESPN watching the Laker game. I'm not even gonna be watching no matches.
Chase, the main event's happening. Chase, what are you
I'm a
doing?
LeBron sexual. I can't leave LeBron behind, man. LeBron greater than AEW wrestling. And Steve wanted me to give up a suite. Now I can't just watch the game in the suite while y'all watch your pro wrestling.
About to
Steve,
go there
I
with a
only
sign.
have, like-
You about to go there with a sign. Your AEW Fierce LeBron. Yo, Tony
Oh,
Fierce
that'd be-
LeBron.
Oh, that'd be a good sign, actually. Tony fears LeBron.
Steve, I only have like 4 minutes. Should we quickly book Double or Nothing?
Yeah, sure. Let's get this Double or Nothing booking here, shall we? I mean, yeah, and also we gotta do the. Did you mean Night of Champions?
We'll do not. You guys can do Night of Champions when I'm gone.
Of course. See this?
Well, you know why he strategically did that.
Oh, no, my friend was supposed to be here for another 45 minutes, and he's getting here way too early. So,
kid, I don't know, man. I'll think about Saturday, man.
So my friend was not supposed to come over until like 7, and he's like, I'm on my way.
Okay. Remember now. I'll think about it. I'll think about Saturday.
I think we're gonna get the announcement on Wednesday that we're gonna get Anarchy in the Arena for the Elite versus the BCC. I don't know what combination they're doing, but I'm still sticking by that. I think they're gonna do the Elite with a returning Hangman versus the normal BCC, and then during that match, we're gonna get Konosuke Takeshita officially turning, and that leads to they need a 5th guy for a Blood and Guts in like a month, and that's where we're gonna get. It's gonna lead to Kota Ibushi joining, but I think Hangman is gonna. I think we could see Hangman returning this Wednesday.
Chase, would this be your first time seeing Ibushi
wrestle?
That's
what I think too.
Huh? No, I've seen Ibushi. What the fuck, Steve? I've seen Ibushi wrestle.
I don't think Ibushi's wrestling on that card.
You said
I'm saying I think that this leads to Ibushi, but I don't think Ibushi shows up.
I saw the Golden Lovers versus the YB in Long Beach.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It felt like a long time. My apologies.
That's probably one of the best Ibushi matches.
Okay. My apologies.
It's the match that created AEW.
Dude, literally, like, I remember taking my cousin. My cousin don't watch one lick of wrestling. I told her, I was like, yeah, you want to go? Because my friend, he bailed. So my cousin, she went to Long Beach. So I said, hey, are you on campus? And she goes, yeah. I was like, you want to go to this wrestling show that's happening at the Pyramid? She goes, oh, I saw a bunch of big Japanese dudes. Yeah, I'm down. So she went. And then like she went, and then she was all like, when Tetsuya Naito came out, that arena fucking exploded. And she goes, man, this guy must be like one of the biggest stars out there. And I was like, no, not really. He's kind of a jobber.
I just remembered that they started teasing Swerve and Keith Lee a few weeks ago, and they just never followed up on that. I forgot that happened.
Who?
The Swerve and Lee match was supposed to happen at Double or Nothing, and they've done nothing for it in 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, that's filling in if Game 7's happening.
Who would have put that match official?
I'm gonna book. No, man. I got my Game 7 prediction matches. My matches that will be in there to fill time for Game 7. Lee versus Swerve. Roderick Strong. They'll give him a match against Daniel Garcia if what's it called?
Oh,
if they need a filler.
Roddy and Daniel Garcia is happening.
If they need a filler, Roddy and Danny, y'all go fill that time for us, please.
Jay Cargill and Taya Valkyrie too.
We'll be at the bar.
That's a filler.
Yeah, well, Steve, we won't be at the bar because you didn't want to pay for the suites, so we don't get the fucking bar, asshole. We wait in line like all the common folk.
Sorry.
Was it that expensive?
Chase. If they go to Vegas next year, then I'm paying for the suite because that's my 21st celebration.
I don't know. Yeah, well, Vegas is, apparently for most wrestling fans, Vegas is too expensive. Not for me, but I don't know.
I know. Yeah.
I just told wrestling fans just make an MGM rewards account. They just give you free rooms all the fucking time, and no one listens to me. So,
That's what I'm
Steve,
doing.
that's what I'm going to make you and Walt to do. I'm going to make you guys create an MGM rewards account. You guys are going to have a rewards card. I'm going to tell you don't use it that much. Just use mine. Use it for when you're gambling, and then all of a sudden you'll start getting emails. Steven Guerrero, we miss you. Here's 4 nights free for no fucking reason.
In any MGM?
Some will tell. Well, because you're starting out, so you'll be Sapphire. So Sapphire members, they kind of get like the low end MGM hotels. But yeah, you'll get like Excalibur and stuff. But like for me, I can get Bellagio and stuff. But for Memorial Day, Bellagio was like a little bit like I would have to pay $100 a night, or not even $100, like $32 a night. But I wanted it where it was fully comped. So just because I was like, I like fully comped. And plus Excalibur is closer to the arena.
Fair enough.
New York's the closest to the arena, but I can't sleep in that those walls are too hollow, bro. It was too bad. I couldn't.
Oh, you can't sleep with a roller coaster going through?
Oh no, it's fucking horrible, dude. You just hear it.
Had a new look too.
Steve, Steve, would you ride the roller coaster with me? I've ridden it before. It's really not that bad.
I can't do roller coasters, otherwise I would.
Oh, I know you can't.
I want to take Steve on the zip line in Fremont.
Oh, I want to go on the zip. Didn't they close the zip line in Fremont? Isn't it now just they have the one at the links?
No, they have a zip line.
Oh, they
that I would never do. I saw people. No, it's like over like people walking, right? You can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that when I went to Vegas. I'll never do that.
No, you know what I want to take Steve on? Have you guys seen the chair where it's just a seatbelt that secures you, and then you have to go from one hotel room to the other, and it's like so. But they film you, so you get your reactions. Oh, I was such a bitch during mine. You never seen this? I'll post it in the group chat. It is. I've done it. It's so fucking terrifying. I will never. I literally was like. I tried my best. I just looked forward. I didn't even look down. I didn't look around. I was like so scared. And then like it drops. And then when it goes backwards, that's where it's scarier because you feel like you're. And all it is a fucking seatbelt. It's not like there's like anything that makes you feel safe. They just strap a seatbelt on you and they say, "Are you ready?" And then they make the chair go. And and people will watch the YouTube videos for people's reactions. I'm like, oh hell no! Like I only did this.
Oh, you talking about the slingshot shit, right?
Yeah, but it's like one chair that goes really slow.
I'm scared of height, brother.
Oh, Steve, you will be shitting your dude. I'm not gonna lie, I almost pissed myself. Like
is this the one where you're on you're on the side of the stratosphere?
No, not this one. No, not that one. Not that one. This one's an actual chair, Kate, and you just sit in. And it's a seatbelt. I forgot what hotel it is. They just give you a seatbelt. It's like you and a partner. You can sit in this chair. They just strap you in. And then there's nothing. It's just a seat. So your feet are in the air. There's nothing. If it falls, it breaks. Like it's like pretty much like you're fucked if anything happens, you know? So
what is it?
Yeah, I'll send the YouTube video to y'all. It's fucking crazy, dude. I forgot the name of it, dude. But it's so scary.
All right, so double or nothing. Let's book this, shall we?
Well, we got Roderick versus Danny. We got Anarchy in the Arena. Keith Lee, Swerve. Let's see. What's a rant? He was his. For me, I have a trios match: Vikingo and the Lucha Bros versus House of Black in the House Rules match.
I think House of Black are facing Billy Ass and the Acclaimed in a House Rules match.
Okay, never mind then. I don't know what they're gonna do with Vikingo because that was the only match I could think of.
Vikingo and Lucha Bros versus like Best Friends and Bandito.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
You know what?
I was just thinking that
they'll probably do a an 8-woman tag.
Or just Vikingo versus Bandito.
You know, I think he needs a buy-in. I think he needs a casino battle royale or a casino ladder.
He needs the casino battle royale back. That's the
winner.
I like the casino.
The winner faces Wardlow at double.
No, the winner gets a shot at MJF. That's your summer. That's your like Forbidden Door match. Put somebody in there from New Japan who wins.
Put Okada.
It's I mean, I wouldn't hate Okada. I just don't think it's gonna be Okada. I think you could do Tetsuya Naito.
Yeah. Oh, you make me get up and not want to watch.
Yeah. Oh,
I hear.
No, I
like,
think it should be the Great
oh, no.
Okan. I'm sorry. It should be the Great Okan.
Naito Tetsuya.
I'll
If it
be
was
like,
the-
oh,
if it's the Great Okan versus MJF, I will be so happy.
Hold on, isn't that MJF's favorite wrestler from New Japan, the Great Okan?
Oh, he loves the Great Okan. He loves the Great Okan.
As a troll.
I cannot
He's
wait for
trolling
Great.
there.
I'm gonna need to find when we're in Vegas. I'm gonna need to go hang out with Great Okan for a night because that man last year, everybody was talking about him last year. Remember the video of him getting
you
spanked?
couldn't even. Okay, if you can't hang out with Steven, Walter, and I because of what we can, you can't do anything Great Khan wants to do.
I can do a few things Great Okan wants to do.
No, you can't. And he's hanging out in Fremont. He ain't even hanging out on the Strip.
If Great Okan's going to the place to get spanked, I can go with him there.
No, that's 21.
Was that a brothel? Wasn't that a brothel?
No, it was a restaurant.
It was a
No, it's
restaurant.
21. You have to be 21 for that restaurant.
All right, I gotta go. Follow me on Twitter at Caden @KADEN_FTW.
No problem, Caden. Take it easy, brother.
Yeah, Steve. Steve, what are you excited about doing in Vegas? Let's talk about it.
Honestly, chilling out with the homies, bro.
No, yeah.
Chilling with the homies. You know what I mean? For the first time and all that stuff. And
Mm-hmm. Well, you hang out with Walter.
Yeah, but now we're at now it's with you. You know what I mean? The
Yes,
first time
sir.
we're gonna meet in person. You know what I mean?
We're gonna play Top Golf, Steve. I want to play some Top Golf. You know, we gotta do some sober activities too.
I know.
Top Golf is easy. It's just a driving range, bro. You just hit a ball. I can teach you
know.
Oh
guys.
yeah,
how to
it's
golf.
a 3-level
I pa-
range. 3-level range.
I passed by one on Saturday. We were heading back for my cousin's graduation.
Mhm.
There's literally this big ass Top Golf as we were heading over to the pier to get dinner and shit.
When you
I
make
didn't
your
go
way
in.
here, we're gonna do that here too, because there's one in my area too.
It very well be. Yeah, so double or nothing. I mean, I did say a women's match because
You
could
could
do
probably have 3. Yeah, what's
The
the women's
Outcast.
title match? What's he gonna do for the women's title?
I don't know with this feud.
maybe
I mean,
maybe
it could
Jade
be
defends her title. Maybe just Jade, and then Jamie Hayter's added to that multi-women match with the Outcast and the OG.
They're already doing it
AEW.
though. What?
Oh yeah, shit.
They're doing it this Wednesday. So what? Who's Jamie?
Oh,
I think
It's-
maybe
it could-
Jamie and
Ruby
Soraya.
Soho?
versus Hater. Probably it's one of them. Is either Tony gets another shot, or it'd be Ruby,
Has
or
to
they
be
can be
Ruby.
like, yeah, it has to be Ruby.
It has to be. Yeah, it would have to be. What else can you do? Who's Wardlow gonna wrestle?
Christian.
Or
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Christian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Come on. What
That's
the hell?
deadlocked. Yeah.
they're a lot there. What about Luchasaurus? What the fuck?
What about Orange Cassidy? He wrestles Miro this show and beats him.
Nah, you're gonna wrestle.
That's what I think. I think Miro will probably get like a filler match, like a welcome back match tomorrow or in the next coming weeks, and then he'll make his way towards Orange Cassidy for Double or Nothing, and he takes that title off him.
Yeah. Let me see. Ruby Soho should get the title shot. Soraya gets it at All In. Gets it. On
Yeah.
All In.
That sounds like it. Yeah, that sounds
Like a plan.
who else?
I feel like Tony want to put some Ring of Honor feel into this too. A
Yeah,
Ring of Honor
I feel
match.
like we're gonna get one. Like
Samoa
I feel like we're gonna
Joe
get one type of Ring of Honor, like a TV, maybe Samoa Joe or something. Yeah, Joe.
versus
Because he doesn't get the benefit of having 2 matches like the. He doesn't get the benefit of doing the Owen Hart thing like he did last year. He doesn't have that on this show, so he doesn't have like
Right.
2 free spots. He has to think of because like I said, this is why he hasn't been booking. The show hasn't been fully booked because he doesn't want to commit to all this and then commit to timing it out. If Game 7 of Lakers and Nuggets happen, and I'm sorry, the Lakers are one of the bigger teams, and he had to deal with the Celtics, another big team. And stuff. So yeah, last year. So yeah, he's gonna be smart about this.
yeah, he is. Chris writes here, Wardlow will destroy Christian. More likely.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to just keep yelling, "Welcome to Wardlow's World, Christian! Population you!" I'm going to be such a Wardlow mark.
If we go to the fan access, hey, Wardlow, you send my protein shake?
Steve, are you paying $100 to meet Wardlow?
Hotel.
I'm sorry, man. AEW's pricing is garbage when it comes. First of all, to go into a meet and greet, you have to pay $60 fucking dollars. Okay, that's ridiculous, bro. It's a meet and greet area. It should be automatically free. I've never paid to go inside WrestleMania fan access. That shit was free. Like, I understand if certain wrestlers you have to pay to meet for an autograph. That's fine. But, bro, what kind of WrestleCon bullshit is this? You're AEW. You're the #2 wrestling promotion. We should not be paying for a fan. What if I just want to go to look at merchandise? I have to pay for $60 for that? No, screw that. Like, that's ridiculous.
If I want to buy my I Was There t-shirt, I was there.
Yeah, you have to wait till Double or Nothing or whatever.
Dude, I Was There t-shirts at Dynamite was garbage.
The LA ones were pretty nice. I like the Elite Lakers one. That one I get a lot of comments on because people think it's just a Lakers shirt. So they're like, "Oh, that's a cool Lakers shirt."
The regular Detroit shirts, though, the AEW Detroit and the Dayton stuff, those are good. I should have went early to get one of those because all the fat people like me grabbed all the sizes. So they were sold out, So it is what it is.
What other matches can we add to this? Because I know we got to get to Night of Champions as well.
So we got the tag team title covered, trios covered, filler match covered.
What if we get a weird Shibata appearance for the pure title? Who could he face?
Ooh, give me Shibata versus. Again, this is someone for Shibata to get a quick, easy win, right? We're talking
just like okay, we need to fill it's like right now the Lakers and the Nuggets, they're in the third fucking quarter, and I just want a nice 7-minute time filler, but it won't feel too bad for some fans, and some fans might appreciate it.
Well, like Lee Moriarty or something, Shibata versus Lee Moriarty.
I don't think he's an ROH guy, but sure, whatever. Yeah, QTV, I guess.
For Lee Moriarty, though, it'll be a big deal. Holy shit, you're wrestling.
Do you think he's going to do a casino tag battle royale or a regular casino battle royale?
I think a regular. I mean, again, you know me. I'm a sucker for battle royal, so you'll like it. First one I see. I'll be the first one on my seat. Like, yeah. Wow.
Maybe all on the buy-in or whatever he calls it now, 0 hour, we'll get like a Thunder Rosa squash match where she beats someone real quick, like a Riho or something. And
there's talks that Thunder Rosa is not 100% yet. She's not cleared yet to compete.
She'll be clear for this.
Let's hope so.
You telling me she can't just get cleared to go beat up Riho for 2 seconds?
Well, they showed her on TV. She's got to be somewhat cleared.
Rusev versus Samoa Joe.
That'd be a hard match for Samoa Joe to say yes to. You're gonna be like, "What? You want me to get killed?"
What if we get Andrade again, yo? Andrade and Shibata? Sign me up.
Andrade would be a nice shock return, to be honest, for the pay-per-view.
Yes, he would be. Yeah. You think about it, right? I feel like, just like you just said right now, the pay-per-view will be more lifted just by shock returns. On a card that lacks build right now, there's only, 2 matches on this shit?
I wish I would say there was money that Punk would appear just for a shock return, but no way they're going to have Punk debut before Collision. They want Collision to be the first time CM Punk is seen back in AEW, so.
Yeah, that's who. Like I told Walter and you guys earlier, I'm more excited for the weekend as a whole than I am for this event.
Yeah, no, the weekend's where it's at, Yeah. Sunday, we're going to be sleeping in Sunday. We're going to be enjoying a nice restful Sunday and wake up at maybe 2 p.m., get some food, and then head to the arena.
Basically. All right, so Night of Champions now, man. Night of Champions. So what we have so far are Roman and Solo for the tag title against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. We have the finals of the constellation title, right? Rollins
the
and AJ.
World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, Rollins and AJ, which I think will be a banger, right? You have Brock and Cody in a fight.
Mhm. In a fight.
A fight.
Not a match, a fight.
It's a fight. So Brock with the MMA gloves, Cody in his blue jeans, his cowboy boots, right? I'm assuming here.
That's it. It's only 3 matches.
Yeah, that's all we have. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 3 matches we have.
I know tonight there's gonna be a battle royal to determine I won't say Wardlow, Gunther. It's for Gunther, who's gonna be the next challenger for the Intercontinental title. I would say that for Night of Champions.
Who's in that battle royal? Did they show a graphic?
I don't know, but if
Let's
I'm
see.
the throw,
I'm gonna look at WWE.
I'm gonna say this because Solid Monster said this on his show. So over the weekend at a house show, they had Gargano versus Gunther. Over the weekend at a house show. Now, normally when they do these house show matches, it's to see what's the vibe when they put them on TV. So it could be that we could get Gargano winning this battle royal, and then you could do the match at Night of Champions.
So they have a
title.
They don't
that makes sense.
They don't have a
graphic
of who's in it.
It's a battle royale.
Yeah, it just says battle royale. It's the picture of Imperium, and it just says number 1 contender.
I would say for the U.S. title, honestly, at this point, just run it back, yo. Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory, just run it back. Why not?
That seems like it's like, dude, that's like the new Ziggler and Kofi. It's like you're so sick of it. You're just like, oh, fuck this again.
Oh, that's very true. Mansoor win the battle royal. Mansoor, imagine we get Mansoor versus Gunther, and he beats Gunther, yo. Oh my god, yo. In Saudi, they'll celebrate this. Like, oh my god, Mansoor won the world title. But in reality, that ain't happen. That ain't happen. What would you do for Bianca? I hope it does. Oh, it's likely gonna be Asuka, right? Bianca and Asuka one more time. Gonna run that shit back. More likely. Bianca and
Asuka. Yeah. After what we saw
on Friday
with the Blue Mist. That seems like that's gonna happen. She's gonna want her revenge too. The way that she sold that, yeah.
Which was so obvious. Like, bro, we knew she had something in her mouth. We knew she had the mist in her mouth. The way she was just moving around and shit. It looked very predictable. Rhea Ripley.
She's facing Natty.
Yeah, she is, right? There's that too, likely. What else can you do? What else can you do here? LWO versus the Judgment Day.
Yeah, something of that nature. Yeah, just do a 4-way type of match. Yeah, they need something. They need something for Omos too. They love giving Omos.
Yeah, probably they'll do like Braun Strowman versus Omos or something like that.
Have Braun show up. Have Care Bear show up with his green belt.
No, he colored it blue. Remember?
Oh yeah, he did. Right.
Yeah, he started claiming himself as Universal Champion, and I was like so dumbfounded. Even Mr. Morrison refuting him and telling him he wasn't the Universal Champion. Thank God Bray Wyatt. Thank God Bray Wyatt found it in the Funhouse, man. If he didn't find it, who would have known?
Now I know right now he's without a contract, right? Ooh. And I know he wants his one last match. What if they give it to him in Saudi Arabia?
Goldberg.
Oh.
I love that big Steve. The Saudis love me. I love the Saudis, and I love money. And I feel like the Saudi Arabians deserve one last badass spear.
Well, thank you, Gulp. We appreciate that, man. We can do that. Him and Omos. Right?
That wouldn't be bad, actually. Omos just loses again, but it wouldn't be bad.
The visual of Goldberg attempting to do the jackhammer on Omos for the one last time, like, oh my god, this is crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to add?
I don't know. How many matches was that? That was like what? That ended up being like 7 or 8 matches.
Probably so, yeah.
How many matches was the last Saudi show? I wonder.
Like
around there, yeah.
The one with Logan Paul. Yeah, it was about 7, 8 matches. Yeah, so there you go.
Logan. They might bring back Logan Paul. After all, he did renew his contract, right?
No, it's true. Give Logan Paul, but I don't know. It's too quick to kind of give Logan Paul a match right now.
Yeah, you have to kind of build that right now.
Yeah. We shall see, man. Any other match you guys want to add to this?
Nah.
All right. Mike, anything you want to add?
I think we added the best ones.
I think we added the best ones. And 9 times out of 10, WWE will copy us. They'll probably copy us one more time. And
they love our bookings.
We'll have to collect the check. Hey, yo.
We know you're watching. How you doing, writer number 15?
How you doing, man? How you doing, man? Please, just get in contact with us.
Watch us more, and you guys won't have these shitty ideas like having Reggie being hunted down by T-Bar or whatever his name was, Slapjack.
Exactly. Or it was Slapjack in a cage, or Aaliyah falling a love angle between Aaliyah Mansour and freaking Angel Garza.
Mansour is that big secret that he started 9/11 as a 6-year-old.
Yeah. None of that shit, man. Or
just watch we have sensible bookings that make sense. Yes. Not ones that are just trash TV.
Who knows? Maybe soon enough we'll get our own little graphic. You know, won't be Tony. We might get Booker of the Year. Who knows, man? Who knows? Just get your get your grins on, like, you know what I mean? So there's that. But this will conclude this episode of Steve's Kitchen. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all as always. If you're new here, hit that subscribe, hit that bell notification, hit that thumbs up. You can tune in tomorrow when we go live for the Raw Rundown. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Big Mike, let them know where can they check you out, man.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at DetroitGamer313. Also here every single day on the Around the Point Network.
Sure, for sure. Chase, let them know where can they check you out, bro.
At ChaseAuber68 on Twitter.
You guys can follow Caden at Caden_FTW. Follow Walter on Twitter at HeyI'mWalter. And with that being said, guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in. For myself, for Chase, for Big Mike, for Caden, for Walter, this has been another live edition of Steve's Kitchen. Thank you all, and we're out of here.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.